Okay, I'm on Michigan Avenue, just west of Merriman, where the little Poophammer veterans garden that Crystal set up is, and somebody keeps desecrating it. So either I have an enemy out there or just some random vandalism, I don't know. And they stole the toilet seat with the 25th Infantry Division stickers and the shattered porcelain, but left the Tiki fork and spoon. And we're about to talk to Crystal. Apparently she's confined illegally to her apartment for another month or so. And this is the other garden there. I'm going to mount this back at my head. And maybe Crystal knows something about who is desecrating the 25th Infantry Division Poophammer mini garden. We'll find out. It looks like she's out on her front porch with her dog BB Queen. Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, how are you? Maybe be careful, don't wreck him.
No, I'm okay. I'm gonna.
Oh my God. Yeah, about the tether.
So you got.
Okay, sit down.
Are you burning sage here or what? Or that was a cigarette, wasn't it? Cigarette smoke.
No, this is weed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You cooling off in the.
Yeah, she's in heat.
Using the kiddie pools to cool off.
No, that's for BB. I have one to wash her in, and one to rinse her in. BB, come here. I can't because I'm on my tether. This is as far as I can.
All right.
So
Look, I've never seen one of these up close. Let's have a look.
Well, I can't shave around it.
Wow.
I made this.
Oh, because it'll sheath you otherwise, right?
It goes down on my ankle, and
man,
as you see,
that looks uncomfortable.
Well,
jeez.
You should go spend about 29, 30 days in the Wayne County Jail.
Oh, that's even more uncomfortable, I'm assuming.
Yeah, so
what were you, the rumor was that there was a DUI or something? Do you drive? I didn't realize you drove.
No, I got a DUI.
Yeah.
But actually, I was in between houses, and I was living in my car. I was making $17 an hour at the airport. And the owners of the Robinson store, they know me. So I asked him, could I park there? And Kevin Siegfried, God rest his wife's soul, son, my nephew, little Kev, and I drank about 2/5 vodka, not driving, fell asleep in my car, woke up to somebody smashing my lights out and stuff.
Oh, man.
So I got out and I got in physical altercation with them. And when I realized that he was winning, I pulled myself under the undercarriage because he was at my radiator.
Oh, wow.
I got in the driver's seat and went to drive towards the church, realized I was too drunk to drive.
Yeah.
So I made a right and a right, went right in front of the Robinson store and laid on the horn until the cops came and arrested me. And then because of the...
Because you're in the car intoxicated. But this was recently?
No, this was...
But so that was on your record?
No, this was like in... I can't remember when Dr. Lee made me move in here. Because Dr. Lee had found out I was living in my car. So he gave me... He gave me a family deal to move in.
In here?
Yes. And him and his son Sonny bought me a new bed and everything, trying to get me to stay home.
So you know the whole family, Dr. Lee and his family, right?
Oh God, I love them. Yeah, my mom and Dr. Lee's past deceased wife, God rest her soul, we're very good friends. But so I I went to Westland Court, and Judge Cicerelli, whom I love so much, is familiar with me from, she was my judge in my attempted murder, which was a woman who was stalking my daughter, and I tried not to kill her, knocked her out, woke her up 3 times. The judge used my my lawyer used my medical history to prove that I attempted not to murder her because I knocked her out 3 times, woke her back up, no weapons.
Self-defense, yeah.
To the fullest. I mean, I literally, anyway, so Judge Cicerelli was just impressed that it wasn't a violent crime because that's my history. And she hadn't seen me, I don't think, since I got shot. And so they tried to put me in recovery court, which costs a lot of money, which I couldn't do. So then they tried to put me in crazy court, which changed my jurisdiction to Wayne. So I missed my sentencing because I went to the wrong court about 4 times. And so finally, you know, and I don't know if everybody knows, but Judge Cicerelli's daughter was killed by a drunk driver, and to me that is the most heinous crime. This was actually
that's terrible.
Yeah, because I had 2 drunk drivings prior, so, and it was my son's birthday, and I felt like I was too irresponsible to have a vehicle, so I junked my 2011 Buick Regal, bought my son a brand new pair of LeBron James because his birthday is December 18th, the day that the kids drop. Got him some Nike boots and a bunch of stuff, and started. I basically put myself on probation before I even went to court.
Self-probation?
I mean, self-preservation, you know. I literally was trying, I just, you know, I mean, I had a lot of fun in jail. My mom gets really mad, but they were training new deputies. And so I got to assist, and my position was, I was with my girlfriend, Beth. God rest her grandpa's soul, John Hamilton Sr., owner of Bogart's. He was a waitress there. He was a big key point in my young life. So she was in there, so we got to fake fight and like wrap blankets around each other and pull each other into cells, and none of the new deputies even reacted, but the old ones that knew me and retired, and we had a great time. I taught harm reduction in there.
Okay.
And while we're on it, you guys, Narcan is only for opiates. If you're overdosing on cocaine, you better get to the hospital because you're gonna die. If you're doing cocaine with opiates, you better get to the hospital because you're gonna die, because cocaine makes your heart beat really fast.
Oh, wow.
And the opiates suppress your ability to breathe, and you basically drowned out of water. I didn't go to college for nothing.
So they don't have an equivalent of a Narcan for cocaine?
Not on the streets. I mean, in the hospital they have methods. Excuse me.
Sedative type things?
Give me this, my mommy. Mommy, I'm in the middle of an interview. I love you. It's being recorded. I love you. I'll call you back. I cut a lot of these down. People in Wayne have been arguing, saying that things are just going, there's too many wildflowers, which is really... They
complain specifically about you?
They actually complained about some other people that I saw on a Facebook, and then Dr. Lee and I had a talk, and he just felt like it was too much, and so for the you know, in pest control, you know, so I pulled out my bark.
And Lee's been very lenient on you for rent and stuff, because I know you're like thousands of dollars behind, and he's still letting you stay, so that's very kind of him.
Well, I'm only behind because I have checks coming in the mail, and he knows I'm gonna pay. And yeah, it's more than kind of him, actually, because he took me to eviction court because they have state funding and things like that. But because my income to debt ratio isn't appropriate for this unit, I end up not getting any help. And so my final day in court I missed because I was in jail. So he could walk in here any second right now and throw me all the way out.
So missing that court date is what got you on the tether?
No.
Because I'm still confused.
Okay, I was confused as well, you know, because I'm going from court to court, and Officer Matt Bobby, he's retired. We love Matt Bobby. You better check April down on the farm out. All the police officers that were familiar with me, the judges, the lawyers, even lawyers I'd fired, they've all been trying to help me, but since I got shot, there's just certain things that I can't put together. Right.
It scrambles you a little bit, I assume.
Yeah, so Judge Cicerelli, I've already been arrested several times for missing court, so they give you what's called time served for nights in jail. And so I had like 32 days or 33 days or something, so she gave me 35 days with time served, so I would have had to do 2 days and wait for a tether. But they're moving the inmates, they're getting the inmates ready to move to the new jail. And there was a lot of errors with paperwork while I was locked up this time. God had a better plan for me. So I ended up being in jail for almost a month.
Wow.
Which
so are you clear though at the end of this?
Yes, so I couldn't believe it. I called Westland for help.
You won't have to constantly be worried that they're going to pick you up and lock you up.
I never worry if they're going to pick me up. I just worry that I'm not going to be able to get processed in the new jail at least one time. I had to go down in court. I had an old warrant that I didn't know about. Judge Plankus in Plymouth, you guys, tell him Crystal loves him. I told him that, but I thought I was over. But anyways, so I'm down doing Zoom court, and one of the old turnkeys recognized me. He's like, "Oh, Crystal, wait till you see the new jail. I said, are you kidding me? I'm gonna learn how to play soccer, but I really do want to go and see the new jail.
So what are you gonna have to do to get in the new jail?
Well, I'm thinking about just because I talked to the tether unit, and if I leave one more time, they're gonna put me in jail. So I'm thinking about I can do 29 days without. Like right now I'm battling to get my disability back because when you're in jail they cut your disability.
Wow.
Dr. Lee knows that I'm going to get a big lump sum because you have to do 30 consecutive days. And then I'm going to give him all my money. I do it anyways because it's harm reduction.
Yeah.
If I don't give Dr. Lee my money, I'm going to do bad things with it. And oh my gosh, my boyfriend's so mad about that guy that followed me home that one day when he saved me.
Yeah.
I wish he was here because my boyfriend is a black man with dreadlocks. But he's a lot more respectable. So anyways, they put me on tether because, you know, Judge Cicerelli knows about my dog. But now, Mama Nita, who's grandma, I got a lot of these plans from, even when I'm fighting with her son, is my mama. And so she took me to court. I didn't expect to go to jail. So luckily it was her. So she's got a beautiful home in Inkster. Beautiful. She remodels it like every 15 minutes. Fenced in backyard. And she is my dog's grandma.
Oh, okay. Did she take care of your dog while you were locked up?
Absolutely.
Very
I
good.
came home and she dinged about 25 times.
Like
my neighbors almost kicked my door in.
Oh, wow.
You know, and like, you know, people are so superficial. Yeah. Hi, Ian. Everybody say hi to Ian at Law Auto. That's who lets me utilize the property.
Yeah. But you can't, how far can you wander from your residence? Like about there? Or?
Man, I wish I wouldn't have talked to the tether unit because I'd have showed you. And then when you get a certain distance, very respectively, Wayne County, I like to call this find the grandma. And what happens is you stop and it vibrates and they get your location. Now the only place I've gone.
You can feel it vibrate.
Yeah, and that's when they get your location, but it takes time to get there in Wayne County. I know. That's her new anxiety thing. She's not getting attention. Hey, sit down.
Here, we'll get you both in the
Watch.
picture
give me
here.
The paw. No, the other one. Other one. Other one. Other one. No? You want to give me a high five up top? Come
That's
here.
BB Queen. Oh well.
She likes you. Yeah, she's got a bone. So
oh yeah, the tether. I guess it vibrates.
Oh yeah, so it vibrates. So I went to the bank and then I went to Kroger's, and I came home because. My fridge had gone bad. I needed to get some insect things, some bleach, yada yada yada. So that's the only place that I've actually gone.
Yeah. And it'll vibrate.
But what I learned is it vibrates,
and
it's awesome because for some reason I always got stopped at the light in front of the 25-hour store in Inkster, which I don't know if you know, but I can have a whole lot of problems there. Disappear for 6 weeks in a dog house.
It's not not a good place then.
But it's funny to me because that's where I'm in the car with my daughter. She didn't know I wasn't supposed to leave because I have a tendency to lie when it works for me. And it vibrates. She's like, "What's that?" And I'm like, that's going to be the Wayne County Sheriff looking for your mom in Inkster for hours. We got time. Just go to the bank and Kroger's. But they did finally call me, and so I guess they're winning the game. I'm mad though because I wanted to. You
got a month though, right?
Yeah, but I wanted to keep it on until Halloween because it's GPS. Think about it. It would be historic. I could dress up as Grandma 836-944, which is a Michigan Department of Correction identification number. And I could go to all the best houses. For generations, I know where to trick or treat. And then it would be public record. So our grandchildren, great-grandchildren, they could just go down to the library. You can go to the law library without going to prison. So they could just learn, you know, a little bit about reality through trick-or-treating.
Wow, so I'm glad you have a sense of humor about it at least.
You have to.
That's a great strategy in life in general, I think, is just being able to laugh in the worst of situations.
Well, I mean, it's a blessing. I can't go to the laundromat, so my poor 75-year-old mother, she's so beautiful and she looks so young that when she walks up, people think I got my hair cut because mine's long, hers is short. She just buys me. I'm so spoiled now. If I'd have known this, I'd have been on tether my whole life. My mom brings me brand new sheets, brand new towels, brand new. My daughter has come by. My niece, who is very important to me. If you see on my back, there's a lot of James Culver going on there.
Very interesting,
Yeah, a lot of James Culver.
There's James.
My father, my favorite brother, and my youngest child. Now he has one daughter, Allie Callie, and she came and brought my great-granddaughter, who's just learning how to talk, and she got a truck and said, "Hey, Crystal, I like your puppy, dude. You know, so I have a lot of friends, like my friend Charlene Howard. She was Miss Inkster. I don't know if you are familiar with her.
Wow.
Yeah, I can't remember what year, but her husband-ish situation is a veteran, and she helps me a lot with my nonprofit. And so it's really been a blessing. You know, Ian has people bring me the hose so I can water my stuff still and fill my dog's swimming pools, because this is Dogtopia.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
Dogtopia.
Yeah, and she's got friends. Baloo lives in the middle apartment with, you know.
Yeah. Hey, you don't know Ben in Norway, do you? He's a retired Inkster cop. He's got a whole yard full of interesting stuff that I call Norwegian Disneyland.
Oh my gosh. I don't, but I would love to see it.
You
because,
would know what we're talking about.
Are you familiar with the difference between an annual plant and a perennial?
Sort of, yeah.
Okay, well, annuals only live one season. Perennials come back every year, and I'm going to tell you why.
So which one of these are annuals and which ones are perennials?
Okay, this right here is a morning glory. This is a perennial.
Okay.
Right now, the government's calling it invasive species. Now, what is it's a feeder. It feeds hummingbirds, but
I see a bee right there. It also pollinates.
A perennial, though, I'll forget. I got to tell you, sorry. A perennial is indigenous to our region.
Okay.
That means it's going to grow no matter what every year. That's what our God gave Mother Nature to give us. And 9 times out of 10, not only can we get food out of these things like sunflowers and dandelions, we can also get medication that Big Farm can't get paid off of. And so your friend that you talk of's garden, I would love to send, like I have a Native American friend that knows every indigenous plant. Now an annual, the reason they tell you when to plant it and the reason it doesn't come back next year.
Which ones are annuals?
These are allegedly annuals. And these are great to get rid of bugs. I forget what they're called. My mom brought them to me. Everybody knows they are. But they grow so fast that sometimes they do have the ability through winterization to drop the next season and come back. But everything I grow comes back. It's afraid not to. I got people in hell waiting for it.
Right. This is what I was wondering about. Is that sage?
No. This is actually my dad. It reminds me of my dad, so I just like to I like to make fires because of the smell.
So it's not burning anything special?
No, like my harm reduction, only I burn stuff. So my harm reduction guy, that's what I did in Jackson. I don't want to take you in the house right now because it's a mess.
Oh, it's okay.
Dr. Lee brought me my certificates.
Maybe at some point in the future we'll give you a chance to tidy up.
Don't forget the rat.
And
well, I mean, it's a mess, but
we'll record in the house at some other time.
So, anyway, it's crazy because they're making us cut down things that basically like grass. Grass is the worst thing that ever happened to us. Watch yourself by the fire. I do this all day. I get most of my, what does my dad call it? Cured wood. I get to go back. I get to go behind the gate at Law Auto.
You can go that far at least. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I go behind the gate and like a lot of pieces drop from that tree. And I just utilize it to smell it and remind me of my dad. My mom actually is where I got my morning glories. And you can't see right now because they don't bloom all day, but they do stretch from corner to corner. There's a ton of them coming up over here. Let's see. The fishing pool has been taken over by morning glories.
Oh, wow.
I'm trying not to let them get into the sunflower.
There used to be a little figure fishing or something in there.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to it, but this squirrels actually take stuff out of it. This plant right here is the most important plant that I planted. And everything around it is basically for the purpose of setting parameters. This came from Mr. O'Neill, who was a World War II veteran. Mom Anita's mother came from her last house. God rest her soul.
Oh, I have a question. So the Poophammer garden up there, the toilet seat disappeared.
Are you serious?
As well as the shards of porcelain. So it's been vandalized or something. So either I have an enemy or somebody just didn't like the look of the toilet seat.
I have an enemy that ironically saw the one video. Baby, come on, those are new cars. That's far enough. She
But
knows.
they left the one Tiki in the middle that I spray painted silver, and then I have a Tiki
when we're not on
spoon
record,
and
I will let you know.
yeah, spoon and
I'm
fork.
pretty sure I know who did it. And I know that you know that somebody's vandalized my flower beds before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, somebody came called 25.
So maybe I shouldn't take it personally. It may have been an affront to you.
Here.
Yeah.
They didn't kill anything. They gave my neighbor. Look at Taurus.
Yeah. Yeah.
They gave my neighbor flowers.
Uh-huh.
I have the best neighbors ever.
Do you know the cat's name?
Taurus.
Taurus. Hey, Taurus. Hey.
Yeah, I'm like, you know, obviously I have a history of addiction, and
Yeah.
my neighbors don't. And God has just placed me in the best place.
Mm-hmm.
My neighbors are more like my family. They were so worried about me when I was gone. That since I've been home, people like the man that followed me home from the store, or that walk up at night when they see the smoke from my fire. Both my neighbors come outside, kick everybody out of my house. But everybody but Tiki Cortez, that's the man I've been with for 10 years. Why do you gotta take my wood all the time? Bibi, bring it away from the fire. Come on.
Well, hey, I've got some errands to run, but I wanted to stop by and check on you. It seems like you're thriving and
I'm doing better now,
in
huh?
spite of all kinds of crap. So I'm
Yeah,
glad.
it's good to see you.
And I'm glad BB's doing okay. I was a little worried when I found out that.
Yeah, she's gotten so fat.
Well, I'll check in again sometime in the near future. Maybe we'll we'll do a follow-up once you're off the tether and whatnot.
All right, and yeah, as far as your garden, do whatever you want.
Oh yeah, I added, like I say, I added those two. One of those wooden,
I saw them driving home. They were awesome, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna send you the information that I have acquired. I know who did it.
Well, it's not a big deal, you know.
It is to me because
I
it's gonna
sunk
come
about
back.
$10 into the decals that were on the toilet
it's
seat.
one
I
of
thought it
my
was perfect because
ex-boyfriends.
it's Poophammer, so it's perfect that you found the toilet seat
It's
and
one of
the
my
shattered
ex-boyfriends. I already know who it is.
porcelain
He's been-
because it
we've
tells
been-
the whole image of Poophammer is like the shattered toilet.
I
so it's
know
perfect.
it.
Yeah, that was brilliant.
That's right. I'll
Yeah.
shatter another toilet.
No, don't be going breaking anybody's toilets.
No. I wouldn't.
All right.
All right. Have a good one.
All right, take it easy.